Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Comic Wraith, and welcome to our new series, Canon Events, where we look at some of the most well-known and well-touted stories of comic book history. Today we're covering Flashpoint, written by Jeff Jones and illustrated by Andy Kubert and Sandra Hope. Originally releasing in 2011, this book started the New 52, which is a whole other discussion that we won't get into right now. But, let's get into Flashpoint. Our story begins as we see a young Barry Allen sitting and watching his mother Nora trying to fix their broken down car. He wishes that the passers-by would stop and help.
Mom, if it was me, I'd stop and help.
But Nora reassures her son, saying that she's the only one that can get the old lemon going anyway.
There's only one thing I know about life. I know some things happen by chance, and some things happen because we make them happen. Barry Allen was once haunted by the past, but when he became the Flash, he left those ghosts behind. He found love, a family, and for the first time ever, friends. Barry thought yesterday was finally behind him, but somebody wouldn't let him escape it. When Barry came to me for help, I turned him away. I'm not the hero of this story. I'm a man who's been corrupted by his own unbearable pain. I'm a man who has too much blood on his hands to be called good. I'm a man who had nothing left to live for until the day I met the Flash.
Many years later, Barry is at his job as a forensic analyst, sleeping at his desk before his co-worker, James Forrest, tries to warn him that the boss is on his way and that he needs to wake up. Director Singh comes in, demanding an update on the murder of a Miss Alchemy, seemingly caused by the one known as Citizen Cold, to which Barry attempts to correct him, saying,
You mean Captain Cold? Of the Rogues?
Singh responds with confusion, asking who the hell are the Rogues, when Patty Spivot, another co-worker, interjects saying Citizen Cold is in a shootout, but before Director Singh can even ask, Barry is gone, running down the hallway, getting ready to suit up, only to see his suit-changing ring absent from his finger.
My ring.
Stunned, he trips and probably falls down the stairs. Dazed and confused, Barry hears a familiar voice, and his mother, Nora Allen, asking if he's alright.
Mom? Mom? What are you...
Nora reminds him that she's here for her birthday dinner. He asks if she's really here, to which she responds, of course, right on time, like always.
It's good to see you, Mom.
She says it's good to see him too, and they hug. Barry asks if she's here with Dad, Nora confusingly asking if Barry has hit his head when he fell down the stairs. She reminds him that his father died of a heart attack 3 years ago, and she asks why he's in such a rush, and Barry confesses.
Mom, I'm the Flash, and something's wrong. Someone must have...
Nora asks Barry, who's the Flash?
The Flash, the guy who can run fast. From the Justice League.
She asks him, what is the Justice League?
What's the Justice League? What about Superman? You've heard of him.
Nora appears even more confused at the mention of someone by the name of Superman. Barry even asks,
what about Batman?
Nora responds that of course she's heard of Batman. Who hasn't?
I see you.
Meanwhile, in Gotham City, we see Batman swinging through the sky in hot pursuit of the masked criminal Yo-Yo. He chases her down, tackling her towards the edge of a high-rise building.
Tell me, Yo-Yo, where's the Joker?
Yo-Yo responds saying the Joker's in all of them. Her, him, all the people of Gotham. He responds saying he isn't crazy and demands her to tell him where the Joker's funhouse is, while she can still talk. She responds saying it's on the tip of her tongue. Batman responds with a batarang to the face.
Judge Dent's twins were kidnapped last night. I know the Joker took them. Where are they?
Yo-Yo retorts that even if she did know, it's probably too late. The twins are probably dead. Batman tosses Yo-Yo from the building, but just before she hits the ground, Cyborg arrives and catches her, to which she surrenders, Cyborg calling her smart for doing so, before he inevitably joins Batman back up on the roof.
You should have let her hit the ground.
You're not going to ask how I found you?
Thermal vision, cybernetic hearing. Plugging into one of your satellites to get a bird's eye view of Gotham.
It was easier than that. It's night in Gotham. You're hunting. You always chase him to the ledge of this particular alley. It's a long way down.
She slipped.
A lot of them slip, but I'm not here to judge you, Batman.
You'd be the first.
We need your help.
We?
Yeah, us. Everyone, fall in. It's time to vote.
As Cyborg presses a button, holograms appear of the Marvel family, the Green Lantern, Abin Sur, Blackout, Pied Piper, the Enchantress, Shade the Changing Man, the Outsider, the Sandman, Citizen Cold, and the Element Women, all ready for a discussion. Back with Barry, he and Nora have arrived at the Central City Citizen. Nora asks what they're doing there. Barry says he needs to talk to Iris. Nora teases him, asking if she's a friend of his and if they're dating. He says it'll only be a minute. As he enters, asking for an Iris Allen, to which the receptionist says there is no one here by that name, and asks if he meets Iris West. But before he can inquire further, he hears Iris speaking with her boss over a story. But before he can call out to her, he's shocked to see her hugging and embracing another man. Realizing he and his wife are no longer married, he leaves to rejoin his mother.
How nice to see you alive and well, Mrs. Allen.
Barry asks his mother if he can borrow her car. He needs to pay someone a visit. Back on the Gotham rooftop, Cyborg explains the whole world situation.
You know why we're here, Batman. Over 100 million people died when Atlantis sank Western Europe into the ocean. Before that, 32 million were slaughtered when the Amazons claimed the United Kingdoms as New Themyscira. They both want to rule the world. We have to take down Aquaman and Wonder Woman before they ravage the rest of the Earth fighting over it. You know how powerful they are. You know the allies they have. I need to know, and I need to know now. Who's with me?
I am. I haven't been invited to anything in so long. It sounds like fun.
The other members discuss the risk and the benefits, breaking down into arguments as members have animosity or disagree on working together outright. The Marvel family themselves can't even seem to agree, calling forth Captain Thunder to be the deciding vote. His face scarred. Wonder Woman left quite an impression on me. It's time I left one on her. When do we leave?
As soon as we formulate our plan, that's where you come in, Batman. There's no better tactician on the planet.
Forget it. You don't stand a chance, Cyborg.
Aquaman and Wonder Woman aren't invincible.
I'm not talking about the king and queen. I'm talking about this fight club you're putting together. As soon as you actually get all these idiots in one room, they'll kill each other. And then they'll kill you.
The world's going to erupt into war, Batman. If it does, there won't be anything left, including Gotham, including you.
One can only hope.
After Batman's departure, the others quickly come to the agreement that if Batman is out, so are they, leaving Cyborg alone on the roof. As Barry sits in traffic in the pouring rain, he finally makes his way to a boarded-up Wayne Manor. As he enters, he calls out.
Hello? Alfred?
Hearing no responses, he makes his way to the Batcave. Upon entry, he sees not the technological marvel that is the Batcomputer, but a workbench of weapons, a map of Gotham, and a gun in a display case, and a broken portrait of the Wayne family.
The first time I met Barry Allen, I nearly killed him. Like I said, I'm not the hero of this story. Who are you? Who the hell are?
You have to remember, it's me. It's Barry Allen. Bruce.
Bruce?
I know your real name. I know what happened.
Bruce. Bruce is dead. I watched him die.
This is... My God. You're Thomas Wayne.
We see a ship sailing in open water. On board, we find Deathstroke, Machiste, Clayface, all keeping a lookout for other ships.
What's sonar see down there?
Sonar is hardwired into the ship's hull, being forced to navigate and find treasures, being electrocuted to use his powers by the electric eel. At the moment, it's to no avail, as they're having no luck, when Slade is called up to the bow by Machiste.
Get to the guns, Machiste.
I see their flag. It's Warlord.
If Plasmus is still on Morgan's crew, we're gonna need Icicle up here pronto.
Clayface and Machiste stand at the ready as they approach the pirate known as Warlord's ship, and it's a massacre. Bodies strewn along the wreckage.
What happened?
They sailed too far inland, Clayface. So did we.
Paris, one of the several European cities sunken by Atlantis, the Eiffel Tower only just rising out of the surface. Realizing just how close they are to the danger, Deathstroke shouts out,
Everyone to their stations! We need to turn this ship around!
You're obviously not working with Wonder Woman and her Amazons, but that doesn't mean you're not our enemies. Ocean Master?
Yes, my brother.
No survivors.
Back in the Batcave, the discussion has been going in a direction, to say the least.
My God. That night in Crime Alley, Bruce was killed, wasn't he? Instead of you. What are you doing? Ah! You broke my finger. Almost broke my arm.
I'm going to break every bone in your body until you tell me who the hell you are and why the hell you're here. Did the Joker send you?
What? No! My name is Barry Allen, but like you, I have another identity. I'm the Flash. After I was struck by a bolt of lightning, I became the fastest man alive.
You weren't fast enough to dodge that, you delusional son of a bitch.
That's because I don't have my powers, Dr. Wayne, and no one remembers there ever being a Flash. I'm not your enemy, and I need your help!
You came to the wrong place.
I must be on a different Earth, or trapped in one of Mirror Master's mirror worlds.
Get up.
Ah! It happened. Last year. Aquaman and Atlantis flooding Europe. And before that, Wonder Woman leading the Amazons. On a blitzkrieg in London. My memories are changing. This isn't a parallel Earth or a mirror world. This is home. This is real.
That's the first thing you've said that made sense.
My ring? I'll show you I'm telling the truth about who I am. I can prove it. I keep my uniform hidden in a compartment in this ring. It's made of a friction-proof material that expands on contact with the air.
Barry activates the ring, and a suit emerges, but his signature colors are replaced with a suit of inverted colors, and Barry finally puts it together.
This isn't. He could be watching us right now, moving so fast he's invisible.
Who?
The man this uniform belongs to.
Eobard Thawne.
What kind of name is Eobard?
One from the future. He's a scientist from the 25th century who became obsessed with the power I have. Had. He turned himself into his own era's fastest man alive by replicating the accident that transformed me into a living kinetic engine. He calls himself Professor Zoom, the Reverse Flash.
The Reverse Flash? Why would his uniform be inside your ring? And how the hell does it even fit in there?
It's in there because Thawne put it in there. He wants me to know he's behind this. He's taunting me, like always.
You're more paranoid than the Joker. You belong in Arkham.
I'm not crazy, Dr. Wayne. Thawne's as fast as I used to be, and he can do things I never could. He can change history. My mother was murdered when I was 10, and my father was convicted for it. I spent my life studying forensics to prove he was innocent and to catch my mother's real killer. But my father died in prison, and I never found a suspect. Until I became the Flash, and I discovered my entire life had been targeted by an enemy I hadn't even made yet. It was revenge in reverse. Thawne can travel through time. He was the one that killed my mother. But she's alive now. There's no doubt Thawne's altered history again. Everything has gone to hell and no one's even heard of Superman. Aquaman's at war with Wonder Woman.
What about Bruce? You called me Bruce when you came in here.
That's because in the world I know, you were shot and killed instead of him. Bruce became Batman to wage war against crime in Gotham City.
Bruce? Survived?
Your son was one of my closest friends. Is one of my closest friends.
If you're telling the truth, can you change this? Can you change it back so that I died and Bruce lived?
I need to find the Reverse Flash, figure out what he did, and force him to revert history to what it was.
Can you really change the world?
I have to. But first things first, Dr. Wayne. I need my speed, before I forget everything I ever knew.
London is in ruins after being claimed as New Themyscira. Inside the fallen Big Ben is a soldier calling for evacuation as he fires against the Amazons. He keeps calling for backup, but before he can finish, he is caught by a golden lasso around his throat.
I can tell by your accent you're an American.
As Wonder Woman hoists him upwards.
But you're going to tell me a little bit more about yourself. Who are you?
Fighting against the lasso, the soldier chokes to the amazement of the Amazons, before Wonder Woman strengthens her grip on his throat.
Who are you, and what are you doing in New Themyscira?
He reveals his name is Steve Trevor of the U.S. Special Forces, and his mission is to find Lois Lane.
Who is Lois Lane?
He reveals that Lois is a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter known for her interviews with superhumans, and that recently she's been gathering inside information on the Amazons for Cyborg. That she knows every move. And Steve also says that she's the most beautiful woman he's ever met, shocking Wonder Woman.
Our counter-spy was telling the truth. Cyborg is amassing the outside world superhumans in an attempt to interfere with our war against Aquaman. Tell our insider she's proven herself to the Amazons. She will be welcome here in the New World Order. And find me Lois Lane.
The Amazons ask what to do with Steve Trevor. Wonder Woman gives him one last look. Before we return to Wayne Manor during a violent thunderstorm, Batman and Barry on the roof, setting up a mechanism.
Where's the Ninhydrin?
You're crazy.
Fine, but where is it?
To your right, dousing yourself with chemicals and plugging into a lightning rod is going to turn you into the fastest man alive.
That's how I became the Flash the first time.
They say lightning never strikes the same place twice.
They say a lot of things. Now why don't we pull the switch and find out?
Batman flips the switch, causing the lightning rod to activate. As the storm rages, Barry sits there waiting.
Come on. I'm here. I'm right.
As the bolt hits the rod, Barry's electrified and the chemicals set up around him explode, coating him. But his powers don't return, and his skin begins to ignite. Batman removes his cape and covers him, smothering the flame. But the damage is done, and Barry's entire body is burned in the process. Meanwhile, in Detroit, Cyborg is negotiating with the U.S. President for more time to put together his team before the U.S. military sends in their forces. The President tells him that he can't wait any longer, and that while the military may not even have a fighting chance, it's better than waiting for heroes that may never even come. Cyborg pleads to the point he doesn't even notice Element Woman eavesdropping, but the President relieves him of duty. Once more at the Batcave, Barry awakens.
What the hell are you doing?
I need to try again. I just need a bigger bolt of lightning.
You're out of your mind. Lie down and let the morphine take effect.
No.
You're lucky to be alive. You have third-degree burns on 75% of your body.
Doesn't matter. I have to try again. I can't forget.
Forget what?
Barry again has a flash of his now altered memory, the day Abin Sur came to Earth and introduced him to the Green Lanterns, having lunch with his mother, and a crime scene near an unfinished bridge.
My memories keep changing, realigning with this new history the Reverse Flash created by altering time. If we don't fix this soon, I won't even realize it's wrong. Just like Thawne made me forget the life I had before he went back in time and murdered my mother. I won't remember my wife or your son. Please, Dr. Wayne, help me back to the roof.
You really are crazy.
Like a fox. Now get me back in.
Before Barry can even finish, lightning strikes him directly, destroying the chair and knocking Batman from the roof as he plummets toward the spiked fences. Barry's eyes glow with the Speed Force, and the Flash narrowly saves Batman.
Told you.
Back in New Themyscira, Lois Lane is making her way through the destroyed London Underground, sending a message to Cyborg, telling him that it's been found out that Aquaman is planning the final battle tomorrow. Before she can continue, a voice that growls rings through the tunnels.
Down here I heard your lovely breath, and wondered if it brought us death.
Lois trips in fear before she's reassured as Etrigan the Demon, Miss Hyde, Lady Godiva, Canterbury Cricket, and Grifter welcome her to the London Resistance.
Your burns are healing. Slowly. But they are. I've never seen anything like it.
My speed heightens everything, including my reparative functions. But it's going to be a while until I can shift into high gear.
This might prove you are the fastest man alive, but it doesn't prove your story.
It has to count for something.
Here, you need a suit, and I'm not about to lend you one of mine. What? It's friction-proof, right?
Forget it. Theoretically, I could try to unweave it, break down the threads to near infinity and alter its color. But with the chemicals and material in the manor, it's easier to make a new one.
Barry takes the yellow suit and runs through Wayne Manor and returns, a Scarlet Speedster reborn.
That's better. Now let's get to work. Is this the only computer you have?
Yes. If this Reverse Flash has the same powers as you, how is he able to alter history, and you're not?
Simple science? For every positive, there is a negative. Not so simple science? Thawne is powered by a negative speed force, one he creates by corrupting the speed force energy I generate. The negative speed force gives him a variety of abilities I don't have. He can manipulate his own age, deteriorate objects with a touch, and he can change the past. This is taking forever to boot up.
But can you travel through time?
Normally, yes, if my powers are at their full capacity. But like I said, it's going to take me some time to get up to speed.
Then why can't you alter history?
Trying to alter anything in the past is like trying to swim up a waterfall. The current of time fights against it, and rightly so. That's the Batman for saying something without saying something. Your son did it too. What is it?
It sounds like you're holding yourself back. Like you haven't really tried.
Because it's dangerous, Dr. Wayne. One small, seemingly meaningless event can topple over a row of dominoes, like a rock thrown through a windshield. It can leave cracks throughout history.
The butterfly effect.
Yes, but in this case there's too much that's altered around the people closest to me. It has to be orchestrated. Multiple attacks on the history of my friends and allies. Without any other speedsters out there, Thawne knew the first thing I would do was try to reassemble the Justice League. So he took them out of the equation. Or tried to. The memories I have of this timeline are fuzzy, but I saw an image of Abin Sur as Green Lantern.
The alien.
If Abin Sur is still alive, it means he never passed his ring on to Hal Jordan.
Captain Hal, Highball Jordan, a test pilot for Ferris Air.
And still not married to Carol. Without his power ring, I'd be putting Hal in danger. So we move on to the big guy, Superman. The sole survivor of a planet called Krypton. He's the most powerful being on Earth. The rocket that brought him here would have landed around the same time Bruce was born.
A rocket ship struck Metropolis when Martha was pregnant with Bruce. It destroyed a dozen city blocks.
My God. How many people?
No one ever took credit for the attack, but the government claimed it was from a terrorist cell in South America. That's why the U.S. invaded.
What happened to the rocket?
I don't know, but I know someone who can find out.
I have to admit, I didn't expect your call.
Vic, you look broader, taller.
Have we met?
My name is Barry Allen, but...
You've never met. He's new to Gotham. Super speed. Goes by the name The Flash.
What do you want?
You still need a strategist for your army? Someone to get everyone else to join the fight against Aquaman and Wonder Woman?
Yes.
I'm in.
What? You're...
But we build the army my way, with soldiers of my choosing, starting with the Flash. The next person on my list came out of the rocket that destroyed Metropolis.
What are you talking about?
Classified information. You're the only person I know who can gain access to it.
Me?
You don't even realize it, do you? You could be the most powerful source of information on the planet. A physical and digital tank. There's not a brick wall or a firewall on Earth that can keep Cyborg out.
You're talking about hacking into government systems, Batman. I don't hack into government systems.
This is the deal. This is the price for my signing up.
First, I want to know what the hell made you change your mind.
Does it matter?
I'll see what I can do.
What are you doing?
Getting the information we need.
You're lying to him, Dr. Wayne. We should tell him what we're really up to. He could help.
Stop being so damn naive, Alan. You think Cyborg will believe you? You think he'll abandon this crusade of his and join ours, as insane as it sounds? As insane as it is? It's easier this way. It's faster. And after you fix whatever your enemy did, none of this will matter anyway. Will it?
Did it ever matter to you?
According to government files, the rocket was taken and transferred to a secret underground facility underneath Metropolis called Project Superman. And there's a report, mostly destroyed, that they found something inside the rocket. They called it Subject 1. How the hell did you know about this?
That also doesn't matter. Now, are you going to tell us how to get into Project Superman? Or not?
One step better, Batman. I'm coming with you.
The trio make their way through the sewers of New Metropolis, Cyborg leading the way.
Which way?
Just follow me. I've downloaded the schematics of Project Superman. It's a multi-level facility, 2 miles underground, redesigned to study Subject 1 and apparently 2 other rockets that landed on Earth subsequently, Subject 2 and Subject 3.
What kind of security are we talking about?
The kind we want to avoid.
You alright?
Just hold.
I'm cycling their motion sensors and security cameras, but the loop won't go unnoticed for long. There's a skeleton crew working this late at night, so we should be able to move through the halls fairly freely. Batman, I don't know what changed your mind or why, but thank you. With you on board, everyone else will be too. You can save the world from war, and I'll finally make my dad proud. We're getting close.
Subject 2. My God.
It looks like a canine skeleton.
Night Watch.
Coated in atominid. General anesthetic. Doctor's choice.
After knocking out the guards, Cyborg hacks the control panel, opening the big vault door, revealing exactly who Subject 1 is, as the skinny Kal-El stands there in shock over the one standing before him.
This is the most powerful being on the planet?
The alarm sounds, alerting the entire facility. Cyborg readies his sonic cannon.
Cover your ears.
That subsonic blast hurt him, Flash. I thought you said...
His skin. It's so pale. I don't think he's ever even seen the sun.
He's acting like he's never seen a human.
Hey!
We've got company.
Is that Cyborg? What's he doing?
Are you sure about this, Alan? What if he was kept in prison for a reason?
I know him, Dr. Wayne, and I can say with all confidence that no matter where he was raised, he's a good person.
Get General Adam on the line. Subject 1 is out. I repeat, Subject 1 is out.
We're not here to hurt you, Superman. We're your friends, and we're going to get you out of here. Okay?
Okay. Avoiding the gunfire, Cyborg, Batman, Flash, and Kal-El all make their way through the sewers. Military force in hot pursuit. Cyborg manages to create free back onto the surface. As a beautiful sun rises over the horizon, Cal watches in amazement. Beautiful.
My God, he's flying?
General Lane wants Subject 1 alive. The others, shoot to kill.
What are you waiting for? Get them!
Cal, unsure of what exactly is going on, takes off into the sky.
There goes your big savior. So what now?
In Fawcett City, we see the Marvel family watching the presidential address as he announces that no superheroes are coming to help. As the Marvel family discusses what to do, the president announces they are on their own. Meanwhile, in Coast City, Captain Hal Highball Jordan is preparing for a strike. As he argues with his mechanic Hector as to how much of a suicide mission this is, and how can Hal remain so calm? Hal admits he's terrified, but knows if he doesn't do this, the world will be doomed. And he knows that if he focuses on his fear, he won't do it. And he won't let himself do that. Hector wishes him good luck as the jets take flight. Back in Metropolis.
We can't beat them. This security is armed with weapons designed to take out that alien who left us high and dry.
Superman will come back. He has to.
Whoever you think Superman is, Flash, he's not. He flew away like a frightened child.
I just need a few seconds to break into their systems and I can shut down their suits.
No need, Cyborg. I can disarm them quicker than...
We We have clearance to use lethal force, so use it!
Gas? What are you dousing them with, Batman?
It's not me.
Tidal wave? Where?
Smells like chalk dust, I know. It always happens when I'm transmutating. It's so embarrassing.
What is that? Metamorpho?
My name's Emily Sung. My top secret code name is Element Woman. Anyone want a juice box? I brought extra. I love your uniform. It's so red.
Thanks.
Great. Element Woman's come to save the day. She's as certifiable as everyone in Arkham.
She's not crazy, Batman. She's just not used to being around people.
And I'm not used to Element Woman coincidentally showing up out of the blue. What are you doing here, Miss Sung?
Well, I've kind of been following Cyborg around.
What?
Don't get mad. After you got everyone together in Gotham and no one wanted to put a stop to the war, I couldn't understand it. Things are bad out there. People are getting hurt. We should help, and no one ever asked me to join a team before.
If we can't get Superman to help us find the Reverse Flash, we might have to recruit whoever we can.
Element Woman is out of her mind, Flash. Like you.
This might be our only chance to...
Barry's once again hit by a swarm of changing memories. His mother now at his graduation, his older birthday parties, dinner with his parents, and the day his father died of a heart attack.
What's wrong with him?
They won't stop. More mnemonic changes. My entire life with my mom and dad, the life Thawne stole. It's worse than before. I don't think I have much time left before my memories are completely replaced. And once that happens, I won't remember what the world used to be, what it's supposed to be. It'll all be gone.
I'm going to give you some phenytoin sodium. It's an anti-epileptic. It should slow down the electrical activity in your brain. Just fight it, Alan. Keep fighting it. Don't forget my son. Don't forget Bruce.
In Fawcett City once more, the Marvel family are debating what to do, if they should call forth Captain Thunder, or sit home, order pizza, and be a family. But they don't get very far before Batman breaks their door down.
We need your help.
Hey, kids! Anyone want a juice box?
The kids ask what's wrong with the Flash, as Batman goes on to explain that he's suffering from some form of mental deterioration, and that the family once helped the Sandman with a similar problem. Billy clarifies he didn't cure the Sandman, he just stopped it from getting worse. Nevertheless, Billy tries, and in using his magic he sees the Flash's old world, Billy meeting the Wizard, fighting Black Adam, and the hero, Shazam. As he's left reeling from the experience, Billy asks Flash exactly who he is, more importantly where he comes from, and why did the world look so different and more full of hope. He asks if Barry's there to help them. Before he can answer, the news reveals that the US strike team was met by invisible jets by the Amazons, catching them off guard. The first confirmed casualty is Captain Hal Highball Jordan.
Hal.
It's also reported that a major strike has happened in the UK, but not from the US. Cyborg clarifies.
Aquaman and Atlantis.
How do you know?
Satellite imagery shows a gigantic tidal wave striking the UK. It's starting.
Barry pushes Batman into the kitchen for a private conversation.
What the hell are you?
We have to do something. People are dying. Real people are dying. I can't pretend this is just a dream that's going to get wiped away anymore.
But it is going to be wiped away.
I could forget everything I know at any moment, and if we fail to stop Thawne,
We won't.
even if we do find the Reverse Flash, trying to figure out what events he altered in the past will be like trying to find the right grain of sand in the ocean. As much as I don't want to admit it, this could be the world we're stuck with. We need to confront Aquaman and Wonder Woman. And we're going to need every known superhuman to help us do it. We have to save this world.
No.
No?
Either we change this world, Flash, or we let it burn in hell.
Why are you shouting? You have some frightened kids here.
What are you guys talking about? Can we talk about it too?
You're communicating with everyone, right, Vic?
Everyone who?
Everyone who is refusing to help, call them. Tell them we're going to put a stop to Aquaman and Wonder Woman. What are you waiting for?
They won't come, Flash. Not unless Batman does.
Why him?
Because of the urban legend built up around Batman over the decades. I know he's just a man in a costume, but everyone sees him as something more. They've heard stories and believed them. They think Batman's invincible.
No one's invincible. But that fact shouldn't be holding anyone back. We all have something to offer. We all have something to lose. We have to move, and we have to move now.
Billy rallies the rest of the Marvel family, the reluctant Freddy finally relenting before Barry looks at Batman.
Bruce would have come.
Cyborg, wait. Tell the others to meet us there. We're taking my plane.
As the team fly to New Themyscira, Batman coordinates with the other heroes and London Resistance to converge on the epicenter of the battle, the Enchantress joining them directly as the Secret Seven are unexplainably indisposed at the moment.
You killed my wife!
She tried to assassinate me, Arthur. I was protecting myself.
Yet you're wearing her helmet like a trophy.
No. A warning.
I can't believe I ever loved you.
You never really did.
Shazam! 6 of us and a tiger against 2 superhuman armies.
I've been up against worse than one, Batman.
I've got Wonder Woman in my sights.
No, you don't, Cyborg. Wonder Woman's mine!
I've got a lock on Aquaman's bioweapon, the one about to bring this island down.
Find it and shut it down. I'm going to try to get through to Aquaman.
He slaughtered millions of air breathers, Flash. He won't listen.
Arthur.
Who are you?
Someone who can't believe you could turn into such a monster.
I was only trying to talk to you last time. I was trying to understand why you would do this. But I'm done talking.
Enchantress, what are you?
Shazam! Enchantress, using her magic, rips Captain Thunder into his separate family members, incapacitating all of them, disoriented him without any power. Wonder Woman sets her sights on Billy.
He's just a boy.
No!
Wonder Woman's sword stabs right through Billy, causing his body to surge with the sorcerer's magic, letting out a massive explosion, vaporizing his body. Barry lies there, in the rumble, as a familiar voice speaks out.
No, just a boy, Oh, Barry. Look what you did. It's taking you longer to get up to speed than I would have guessed, physically and mentally. Thawne. Yes, Barry, I'm here. Here in this hell of a world. A world being torn apart by your friends.
Stay behind me, kids!
What did you do to this world? What did I do? Oh, Barry, my idol, my inspiration. That's the beauty of all this madness. I didn't do anything. Not a thing. You see, it turns out you're the villain today. You're a more dangerous enemy to yourself than I could ever hope to be. But you forgot what you did, didn't you? I want you to remember, Barry. I want you to know the truth. And I can do that by resetting your internal vibrations. Though it will be extremely painful. Lucky me. Do you remember, Barry? You were at your mother's grave on her birthday. The first birthday since you learned I was responsible for her murder. And a life of gnawing emptiness finally pushed you over the edge. To a place you swore you'd never go. To the past. To the day your mother died. Do you remember? You found me, and in that instant you pulled the entire Speed Force into you to stop me. To stop me from killing your mother. You were like a bullet through a windshield. You shattered history. The lives of the people closest to you were put on a broken path. You changed time like an amateur. This is your fault, Barry. This hell is your creation. You traded the life of your mother for the rest of the world. Do you remember? Yes. Damn you, Thawne. Damn you. I remember. Excellent. Then it's time to finish this.
You did this?
Yes.
Then you could still fix this. We just need to get Thawne out of the equation.
Dr. Wayne, you've got it backwards. Dr. Thomas Wayne, you sad old man. The Flash was the one that was removed from my equation. The Flash is nothing to me anymore. That was the whole benefit of this. What are you talking about? I've never killed you, Barry, because I need you. I need Barry Allen to become the Flash, and to live a long life. Long enough to generate a speed force that would be accessible centuries after its creation. In the 25th century. In my time. I was running through the time stream when you altered it. Because of that, you've transformed me into a living paradox. You freed me from the shackles of any history. That means no matter what happens to Barry Allen in the past, present, or future, I will still exist. I am removed from the timeline. I exist outside of it. You don't matter to me. I can kill you in your mother's womb, or I can kill you this very second. I can hurt you, but you cannot hurt me, Barry. The legendary Flash cannot hurt Eobard Thawne.
What about me? Doctor's advice. When you're in the middle of a war, don't stand still.
You killed him.
Ooh, his costume is kind of like yours, Flash. But I like yours way better. Who was that?
No one we need to worry about now, Element Woman.
We have other worries all around us, Batman. The Enchantress is working with Wonder Woman. She incapacitated the Shazam kids. We need to get them out of here and to safety.
As Atlantean forces approach, the team is unsure of how to act following Enchantress's betrayal. Cyborg, your metal skull will make a fitting trophy for the King of Atlantis! But that's when backup finally arrives. Grifter leads the resistance, helping to turn the tide in the battle. Enchantress uses her magic to vaporize Grifter and injure Batman.
Batman! Thomas?
Enchantress goes wild, firing her magic in every direction, reveling in the chaos, when an impending sound gets louder and louder.
Knew it.
As Superman crushes her underneath him, stunning Aquaman and Wonder Woman as he utters, "No more." He takes off, clotheslining the pair as Barry watches with hope.
I knew Superman would.
Barry's memories altered once again, but he's able to hold off just enough to see Gorilla Grodd joining the fray.
Grodd too?
As Superman fights, Aquaman gives the order.
I've had enough.
I'm getting hundreds of seismic readings.
That's bad, right?
Whatever Atlanta was planning on doing to sink Britain, they're doing it. Damn it. They're going to crack the planet in half.
No. I'm forgetting what I'm here for. I have to...
Run away before your memories do.
Run away? Dr. Wayne.
You could save those dying right now, Barry. You could save the millions that have already died. And you could keep your promise. You could save my son.
How can I run away from this?
The same reason I can leave this world behind. I know a better world will replace it. But I am sorry. I'm sorry about your mother.
They're gone. I have to run.
Barry runs as fast as his legs will allow. Britain comes apart as Barry runs faster and faster. He's pulled from his speed and finds himself on his mother's front porch. She asks what he's wearing and what's going on. If he's read the news, they say it's the end.
It is, Mom. And it's all because of me.
We see him running on the cosmic treadmill as he talks with his mother on the couch about what he's done. Nora tells him that he can go back and stop himself, he just has to focus. She asks how many people have died because of his actions.
Millions. But I won't let you die. I won't let this life be erased.
She reassures him that it's okay, that he can let her go and their life together will have always happened. Barry catches up to himself on his cosmic treadmill.
What the hell is going on? I know what you're feeling. And I'm sorry. God, I'm sorry.
What are you doing? Let me go! I have to save her! No!
As he merges with his past self to stop himself from changing time, he sees multiple paths all leading to different places in time.
I need to run back into the time stream. But I see 3 timelines. Why?
Because the history of heroes was shattered into 3 long ago, splintered to weaken your world for their impending arrival. You must all stand together. The timelines must become one again. You can help me fix that, Barry Allen, but at a cost.
What? Who was that? What did you say?
He's woken up by Forrest at work once more, asking if he's okay after pulling all-nighters. Barry responds.
Forrest? Yeah, I'm okay.
Later, Barry arrives in the Batcave as Batman is working on his belt.
Bruce.
Flash.
It is Bruce, isn't it?
Of course it is. What's wrong, Barry? What's happened? The whole world changed. Because you tried to prevent your mother's murder.
And it was on the brink of destruction before I changed it back.
But now everything's back to normal.
As far as I can tell. Trying to change history, I should have known better. Dawn was right. I was selfish.
Don't beat yourself up, Barry. If I had your power, I would have tried the exact same thing. And don't think I haven't thought about it.
There's still something I can't explain. My memories of this world were fading every minute I was in the alternate timeline. But now, even hours later, I still remember a 13th birthday party. One where my mother baked me a cake shaped like a sports car. I remember taking my driver's test with her when I turned 16. I remember going to her house for dinner on Sundays. Last week she made lasagna. I brought dessert. A lemon tart, her favorite. I don't know why or how, but I remember every single moment I spent with my mother in that alternate timeline. I'm guessing it could be a temporal after effect, or the result of chronal residue still in my bloodstream.
Or it could be a gift, Barry. A gift to make it a little easier.
Bruce, there's one other thing I didn't tell you yet. There was someone I met there, someone I couldn't have saved the world without. Bruce, he gave me this.
What is it?
Barry hands Bruce the letter Thomas gave him. As Bruce reads, he stands up in shock, and Flash helps him as he loses balance with tears in his eyes. He thanks Barry.
You're one heck of a messenger. Thank you, Barry.
You're welcome, Bruce.
And that has been Flashpoint. One of my favorite Flash stories, if not my favorite Flash story. But to be fair, I haven't read a lot. Yeah. This has been probably my most collaborative video ever. And I'm really proud of it. I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. I want to thank my amazing cast I've worked with for this project. Everyone is amazing. Stay tuned for the credits, and all their socials will be linked in the description. I cannot thank those guys enough. These guys have helped me really bring this to fruition. And yeah, my next video is something interesting. I think it's quite interesting. We're trying to change it up a little bit because I don't want to be locked into one form of content. But yeah. Recommended reading, obviously, Flashpoint, if you thought that anything was. There's also a sequel series about the characters in this book called Flashpoint Beyond, which if you can get yourself issues of that, do that as well. I've heard that's a very good read. I haven't read it myself, but I do want to. Yeah, that's all I really have to offer. If you're not already subscribed, please like, comment, and subscribe. We have a Patreon, link in the description for that to know more. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Catch you all on the next one. Later.